I've been clearing out this area for the new Edaphosaurus habitat, and I've been laying out the pathways, but the more that I think about it, I'm honestly not sold on the sandstone. I feel like it's just a little bit too bright, so I might try like tough or something. Let's see, what kind of blocks can we get? Maybe. We'll try polished. Ooh, I don't like... I don't know. No, I don't think I like that they have borders there. No, I don't like that either. That looks weird. You can try this, I guess. This one's like sort of a flagstone type thing. This could be okay. The texture feels a little bit noisy. How's that different from polished? I don't understand. I don't know. Sanded looks a little too rough, I think. It'd be good for other areas, but not for the main path. It's really annoying because the polished sandstone connects, right? Like, I would 100% use polished tough if it connected. Yeah, maybe tough's just not the right block for this. What does polished stone look like? Polished stone connects. Okay. Do we reckon that's better? I think so. I think that looks good. Yeah, I'll probably start replacing this with stone. Right, well, I've been working for a little while off camera on terraforming, and I've got this sort of established here. Just a rough idea of the shape of the habitat with the cliff. This is going to be sort of swampy down here, a lot of water, and there's obviously going to be loads of foliage and stuff, and we're going to texture this cliff. And I've got this inside bit, so when the Edaphosaurus come in here, you'll be able to see them when they come in for shelter. Just the basic landscape so far. And if you're wondering what the backside of this looks like, stop. We don't need to talk about the back. Now, the next issue is that in order to texture that cliff face, I'm gonna need a lot of deep slate and tough and stuff like that. And it's not a lot of fun to just mine that normal way. So why don't we mess around with some create mod stuff and see if we can make some kind of mining machine. Now, something I know we're gonna need is the cart assembler, which is pretty easy to make. So that should be enough for this. There we go. We're also gonna need, obviously, a minecart. Maybe linear chassis is what we wanna use for this. I have an idea of how I wanna build this, but I haven't actually done it in a while, so I'm kinda winging it. But I'm pretty sure I need a plow. Let's just make a bunch of these casings. Deployer. Now, if I'm thinking about it, you might need more than one, actually. Make 2 hands, make 2 deployers. So let's build a bunch of drills. Is that not how you make powered rails? That's how you make powered rails. We got rails, torches. Okay, I think we might have everything we need. So I put down this, and this, and this. If I put a deployer here, that is not correct. Will that place a rail on the floor? It does not. It must need to be one higher. Now does it put a rail on the floor? Yes, it does. Okay. So if that puts a rail down, then we need this to come pick the rail up. So basically, if you can't tell, what we're trying to do is make a machine that's attached to this minecart that places rails in front of itself and collects them again so that the cart can continuously go. You know, it's actually a bit like that Wallace and Gromit episode where they're on the little trains and Gromit is just putting down rails in front of them. And then what we can do is just put like a bunch of drills on the front so that this thing can dig a tunnel. What happens if I attach this together? That did not work. Everything's gone wrong. I need a wrench. There we go, wrench. Let's see if we can pick this up. Yes, minecart contraption. Okay, let's put it back. Let's deactivate it. The one thing I don't know if it's going to be able to do is power the rails. And that's why I was thinking we needed another deployer and another plow to like place torches. So like this, we should be able to... So we have 2 plows. We have 2 deployers. We also need a chest. There we go. Everything should be connected. So let's see what happens if we power this. Yes, it's working! Okay, don't go off the edge, though. Okay, it works. I can't believe I winged that and made it work. This is what I'm saying, dude. Create is the most intuitive tech mod that's ever been. Okay, let's try like right here. All right, let's see if this works. Yes! Wait, no. No, it's okay. It starts placing deep slate for some reason. I think it might be that this has to have a filter on it that says only use torches. Okay, I've made 2 filters. Now let's see if this works. I'm going to put a redstone torch in this one. Now give that to you. And then this one, powered rail. Give that to you. Yes! I think it's working now. And look, we're getting tons of stuff. It is never going to run out of rails. It's never going to run out of torches. As you can see right now, I'm following along placing torches. I think if we make another hand or another deployer thingy, we can get it to place its own torches and light up the area. And it's also expandable. We can add more drills to this and dig out like a giant area if we want to. So I'm going to run this until we have a bunch of deep slate and tuff. Alright, I am back from the mines, and look what we got. We got all of this, as well as all of this. Of course, the issue with this is that all of this deep slate is cobbled. Same thing with the stone. But I know of a very clever way to solve that issue. If we look at an encased fan, that's pretty simple to make. Bam, encased fan. And then put lava in front of it. That should let us smelt things, right? What if I grab this zinc? Will it become zinc ingots? Yes, it does. It's not the best. Ideally, I would want to have like a proper setup. Does it automatically and then collects it. But at the very least, that is a rudimentary smelting system that requires no fuel. So like, I can just take a bunch of this and just throw it on here and get a ton of cooked deep slate. Yeah, there we go. All of that cooked, just like that. All right, now the one other thing I need for this habitat is jungle wood. And I know of a tiny jungle island right off in this direction. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. I'm gonna probably just deforest this entire island, honestly. Alright, that was the last tree. So this is our loot from taking down an entire jungle biome. Also, look at this. I didn't even know this was here. There is one, exactly one, dark oak tree on this island. This is the smallest dark oak biome I've ever seen. I'm gonna cut this down and hopefully we get 4 saplings. Yes, we got enough. Okay, so we should be able to perpetuate dark oak. So yep, that's everything I needed from here. We're gonna head home. Alright, I got all my resources here. I don't know if this is going to be enough to finish this. I have no idea how much I'm going to need. But I've kept you waiting for it long enough. So let's go. right, and here it is. The brand new Edaphosaurus habitat. This took a really long time, actually, and it doesn't necessarily look like I've done a lot, but each of these palm trees is so finicky that the time just really adds up. But it's finally finished. It's all terraformed, ready for the creatures to go in. I also did this area, which these are bathrooms, or they're going to be, little bathrooms along here. And this ends right here, but I'm planning to make it go a little bit further and then cut across the water in a bridge onto that side of the island. I'm honestly really happy with how these palm trees turned out. I tried my best to make all of them sort of a little bit unique. None of them have the exact same shape. I think these are going to be our main tree types for the entire park. And I have done the little viewing area in here. So you can come in and look at the Edaphosaurus when they're in here. They've got some light. I like to imagine these are heat lamps. And this is where we're going to hatch them. Speaking of which, let's go incubate their eggs. So we got 2 Edaphosaurus DNA. So we'll start with 1. Then when that one's done, we'll do the other one. There we go, we got 2 eggs. And just for safety, because they will be very small, I'm gonna close this off so they can't go like drown themselves or anything. All right, we'll do here and here. Now they're hatching. Okay, here we go. There it goes, it's starting to wobble. They're both wobbling. 3, 2, 1. Hatch! There they are! Let's see, we've got a female and another female, both untamed. They eat all sorts of plants and vegetables and stuff, so let me go get some stuff to tame them with. Feed them some of my leftover leaves. All right, here we go. 1 tamed. 2 tamed. There we go. It's too bad they're both female. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to have a breeding pair and get more of them, but oh well. If we get another DNA, maybe we can have that in the future. This mob will not attack you. That's good. Good to know that they will not try to murder me. Look at them. Their walking animation is so funny. Edaphosaurus, done. I'm just gonna let them grow up in here, and then we will release them a little bit later. Let's check on Cooper. There he is. He is still happy. Age 68. I don't know what units that is. You can't be 68 years old. It didn't take me that long to build the exhibit. I'm assuming that's like days. Have to assume it's days. Now, building that exhibit made me realize something. With how many blocks we need to use and how finicky it is to keep going up and down building these trees, the whole elytra and shulker boxes situation would be very beneficial to this. But I think it's about time we tried going to the end, which of course means we need a bunch more ender pearls and blaze powder. So I'm thinking we go on a little expedition to the Nether. Of course, we know where another fortress is already, so that'll be helpful. Yeah, fortress is 800 blocks that way. Nope, mosquito. Get out of here. Blood sack. What can you use a blood sack for? Blood sprayer. Okay. Seems terrifying. Oh, right, I'm not wearing gold. Let's also grab some quartz while we're here. I really want to get the waystone mod working in here, because that would be really useful to just teleport between these areas. I tried including it when I first made the mod pack, but for some reason it just kept crashing the game. Alright, here we are. Okay, where are the blaze spawners? Is that one up there? Oh, well, there's a blaze. Oh, I bet you that's a blaze spawner. No, it's not. We got wither skellies. I mean, to be fair, there are quite a few just spawning in naturally. Got 1 blaze rod. Ow. There's one. We got 7 already, which is actually really good. I just want to get like maybe 10 or 12. No! They fell in the lava. We can just get this last group here. There we go, 20 blaze rods, that's more than enough. Alright, and we are out. Before we actually leave the Nether, though, I want to check if we can find some Endermen in a warped forest. There are a couple on the map. I'm thinking probably we go to this one. There it is, there's the warped forest. I see an Enderman on the map over here. Warped toad. Wow, that's pretty crazy. There we go. 4 ender pearls straight away. God, I hate the noise they make. Why does it go so long after they're dead? While we're here, we might as well collect some warped wood as well. And a bit of this. There we go. Perfect. We're up to 6. You ever thought about getting in a boat? Why do you walk away every time? There we go, 13. Shut up! Ah, you suck! Alright. I've got my ender pearls, blaze powder, 14 eyes of ender. Let's see. Which direction is the stronghold? That way. Alright, let's set sail then. Look at those flying fish. Okay, now you stay away. I do not want to deal with these guys again. No, don't come this way. Stay over there. Alright, I'm gonna stop over here for a second and throw another one. Still northwest, a little more west. It looks like we might have a big landmass here. Look at that, there's a whole mountain over there. Dark oak, if we ever need more dark oak. Let's throw an eye right here. Okay, still northwest. The land extends that way, so I'm gonna try to stick to the land for now. There's terrifying noises happening. The stronghold is actually... What is that sound? What is that sound and why is it so scary? Jesus Christ. Like, you guys are hearing that, right? Okay, like, seriously, is there some sort of dweller, like, hunting me right now? What is happening? Oh, it went back. It went east this time. Okay, so the stronghold is somewhere in this area. Okay, see, now it goes back this way. So, it has to be, like, right here. There it is! I can't believe I just fell into it, literally. Okay. Anything good in these chests? Eh, redstone. Coal. Alright, I'm gonna set my spawn and take the rest of the beds with me. I wasn't planning to bed kill the dragon, but I might be able to since I've got all these beds. Now this is an upgraded stronghold, not the vanilla one. And I've never been in one of these before. However, I do see the portal room on the map right there. Dude, this is crazy. What? Dude, look at this room. It's got dragon heads on the wall. So we're gonna go straight to the portal. First things first, get rid of this stupid thing. Let me actually, I know I set my spawn back there, but I'm gonna set it again here so that we're actually next to the portal when we spawn. All right, and here we go. Boom. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Where's the dragon at? There she is. There we go. Got it. And got it. All right, that's all the towers down. Come on, land. Oh my God. Let's go! Dude, I clutched that so hard. Shut up! You're so loud! This friggin' Enderman, dude. Nope. Oh, so many times I've had to do that. Come on. No. So close. All right, hold on. I'm going to set up a bed here. Next time she lands, we got her. All right, come on. Come on, come in for a landing. Let's go. Just one more landing. Come on. Yes. 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 Yes! Let's go! That was epic. Oh my god, so much fire. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and, since I have 53 levels, I'm gonna go home and enchant some stuff and just generally get myself set up again so we can go out end busting in a little bit. Alright, well I've been enchanting, I got my armor mostly sorted out here, but that's going to be all for this video, so thank you very much for watching. These guys are getting bigger. And they definitely think you should like and subscribe. We didn't get to the end busting, but I'm planning to do a live stream tomorrow on Saturday, and we're going to do end busting live, so make sure you come check that out. Anyway, that's it.